friends. Welcome back, first grade. Today we're going to talk about adjectives. We've been talking about adjectives all week, right? We're going to review a little bit about what our lesson was about yesterday. Adjectives are words that describe, that's right, a noun. And remember, per our noun wrap, right? A noun is a person, place, or a thing, right? It answers certain questions. The first question we went over yesterday was what kind? What kind of dog, right? The example said, I like that dog. Then afterward, we added adjectives to describe the dog. We weren't just talking about any dog. We were talking about the brown and white dog, okay? Adjectives describe the noun, and they make our writing and the words that we're trying to describe, they make them more interesting, okay? Today we're talking about adjectives again. They describe a noun, but today we're going to answer the question, how many? If we're talking about cookies, remember on Goodie Day, right? They were selling cookies. How many cookies did you get on that day? 2 cookies, right? So we're describing how many. We're answering the question of how many. How many of this noun? 2 cookies. How many of this noun? Pennies? 10. There's 10 pennies. 10 is the adjective that answers the question of how many. I have a whole list here in my little word bank of more words that answer the question how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It really could be any number that you can think of, okay? Let's go ahead and jump right into our paper. We're on page 255. Pick up your pencil, and we're going to jump right into number 1. Write a number word. Look here, if you forgot your number words, write a number word to complete each blank. I love camping. My family and I packed blank bags and blank boxes. How many bags? Think about it. This doesn't have to be a true story. You can pick any number you'd like. If you want to be silly and say 18 bags and 50 boxes, you can write that. Or you could just say my family packed 2 bags and 4 boxes, okay? I helped Mom prepare blank sandwiches and blank chocolate chip cookies for our lunch. How many chocolate chip cookies did you take on this trip and how many sandwiches? Well, think about your family. How many came? How many came with you on this trip? Okay? We also packed blank packages of marshmallows for campfire treats. Go ahead and write how many marshmallows you packed. I told my brother that I could eat blank s'mores. I'm sure some of you could eat a lot of s'mores. I saw you guys at the teddy bear picnic. Most of you wanted more than what you got, right? Can I get another one, Miss Warner? Can I have another one? Okay, so s'mores. Think of how many s'mores you could actually eat if you were camping with your family, right? That wouldn't give you a bellyache, though. I wish we could camp for blank nights. How many nights? How many nights? It could be one of these numbers, or you could pick your own number. Try your best to use your special sounds to sound it out and write out the word, okay? But Dad said we would be able to stay only for blank nights. Go ahead and write another number there. That's okay. I still love camping. All right, friends, we made it all the way through the front. That was pretty easy, right? Let's go down to the bottom. Oh, there's a bone there. It says remember. Let's read that together. You read it with me while I'm reading it out loud, okay? Remember, an adjective may answer the question, what kind or how many? Hey, we just talked about that, right? Good job. Let's skip down to number 2. It wants you to read the paragraph and then circle all the adjectives that describe the word that's underlined, okay? Acadia National Park in Maine has over 45 miles. What is the word that's describing miles? Is it a number word? You're right, it's 45. Circle it. Of carriage roads. They underlined roads, that's a noun. What's the word that's describing the word roads? If you circled carriage, you got it. You can take a carriage ride through the park in the horse-drawn carriage. Ride. Ride is the noun. What is describing ride? Yes, carriage. Circle it. The stone roads gently curve around the hills. What kind of roads? Stone roads. Good job. Circle it. A quiet ride with beautiful sights is one activity you might enjoy if you wish to visit Acadia National Park. What kind of a ride would you have? A quiet one. Circle it. With what kind of sights? Beautiful sights. Very good. We have dictation. One more dictation. Woo-woo. Go ahead and write this down. Are you ready? I'm only going to repeat it 2 times. The sharp knife scratched the blue plate. Are you repeating it with me? Okay, good job. The sharp knife scratched the blue plate. Don't forget, check your sentence like a teacher from beginning all the way to the end. What does a sentence start with? What does a sentence end with? Go ahead and flip your paper over to the back. I think you guys are really going to like this one. We're going to think about the homonyms. Remember before we went virtual on the computer and when we were still in class, we talked about antonyms that mean the opposite. Homonyms mean the same thing. Take that back. Homonyms are spelled differently, but they sound the same. They have the same sound, like blue and blue, right? I blew my nose and the color blue. Spelled very different, mean very different things, but they sound exactly the same. Also, two, and two. Two, like the number. Two, that means also the one that has 2 O's. And two, like I'm going to go with you to the store. Write, right? I write with my right hand and write a letter. Those are all homonyms. So on this section, on the back, you're going to read the sentence and think about which word is the correct word to use. If you don't see the word that's correct, that needs to be there, then you're going to mark the bubble that says NH for not here. Let's do the first one together. Stephen made a blank chocolate pie on Saturday. Now, are we talking about a hole, like a hole in the ground, H-O-L-E, or a whole pie? Stop and think about it. Or is the option not here? If you said whole, like a whole pie, you're correct. Bubble it in, W-H-O-L-E. All right, I think you can handle that first grade. You guys are pretty good at that. Let's move on down to the bottom. Oh my goodness, do you remember Proofreaders Marks? Remember some of the Proofreaders Marks are the 3 lines that you underline if you need to capitalize something, and then the little caret. So we have the 3 lines to capitalize. We have a caret to insert something. And I think that's it for this section. So it's either one of these 2. 3 lines to add a capitalization if they didn't do it and if they're wrong. And if you need to insert maybe punctuation or another word, you would use the little caret. Read the sentences and use these proofreader marks to see which words need to be capitalized. Please correct the punctuation at the end of each sentence. So, 2 things missing, capitalization and punctuation. Hey, that kind of rhymes. Let's do the first one together. Cadillac Mountain is the first place in the United States that the sun shines on each day. That's a pretty interesting fact. What is wrong with this sentence? Look at the first word. Does the first word of a sentence need to be capitalized? Yes, it does. Go ahead and write 3 lines underneath Cadillac. But wait a second. Is Cadillac Mountain just any mountain, or is it a proper noun? Yes, you're right. It's a proper noun. We would go ahead and capitalize both of those words, Cadillac and mountain, because it's a proper noun. It's not just any mountain. We're talking about a specific mountain, Cadillac Mountain. So the C and the M go capitalized. Good job, guys. You are amazing, first grade. And punctuation. What goes at the end of that sentence? Am I asking you a question? Am I excited and explaining something? Am I just giving you information? Or am I asking you, demanding you to do something? Cadillac Mountain is the first place in the United States that the sun shines on each day. Sounds like I'm giving you just some information, right? That's a fact. Go ahead and put a period at the end of that. Good job. I know you knew that. And we'll do one more, just because this one's a little bit different. Would you like to see a real lighthouse? Did that make you want to answer it? If it did, you know exactly what kind of question that was. Oh, I think I just said it. What goes capitalized? Go ahead and draw 3 lines under would. Good job. Mickey, what do you put at the end of this? I kind of gave it away just a little bit. Do you remember what I said? What kind of a sentence is this? Interrogative. Good job. Go ahead and write your exclamation point. Oh, your question mark. All right, friends, go ahead and finish that whole section all by yourself. And on the bottom, you get to write an interrogative sentence. Remember, interrogative asks a question. How does an interrogative sentence end? With a question mark. All right, friends, remember, if you have any questions about this paper, make sure you let me know. Keep this paper aside, and when we have our FaceTime hangout, you can let me know, and I can walk you through it or give you some answers, okay? All right, friends, we'll see you next time at Math. Bye.